Hello.
We're here in the park on this beautiful spring afternoon.
It is gorgeous here. We've had rain, days of rain, and it's sunny and
it's gorgeous.
Everyone's out enjoying the weather.
Snickers, can you say hello? Say hello. Anyway, we thought today we would start a new series called Best Practices. Don't know how often we're going to have an episode of this, but best practices, that is what we experience or what we read about or what we hear about that we might be able to recommend or at least is worthy of consideration.
Definitely.
And we want to talk about one of those today. Today we want to talk about praise teams. Susanna and Bryce worshiped with the church recently where they had a good experience.
Yeah, I was just telling Dad that we went to a place recently and we had a great worship experience. And the praise team that they had there was absolutely phenomenal. And they just led everyone, I thought, in such a very thoughtful worship. And I just really, really enjoyed it.
Do you like praise teams?
I do, yeah. I do. Well, I like praise teams.
Tell me what you like about them.
What do I like about praise teams? Well, a lot of things. I like that a lot of people can be used in a worship service that way. I like multi-generations leading and worship together. I think that that's great. I like the fact that with praise teams, I think you can learn and sing a lot of really new current songs much easier.
Well, let me ask you this question. Do you think a praise team improves the worship?
Yes. Now,
because,
I think it can.
Because others can hear their various parts when they sing?
I mean, I think that can be part of it. I don't necessarily know if that's one reason I like it. I just think it really enhances the whole worship time.
Well, I'll tell you what my hesitation would be about a praise team. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. In fact, you know, when I think about it, a praise team is not any less biblical than having one worship leader.
Right.
I mean, the Bible just says sing, and the details are left up to us.
Right.
But here is what would cause me to hesitate with a praise team. First, I'm afraid they might drown out the congregation when they worship.
Okay.
Also, I'd be concerned that the praise team does more performing than leading us in worship.
Okay.
I'm afraid they might be a distraction to my worship.
Okay.
You didn't find that to be the case?
Well, I think one person can be just as much a distraction as a group of people sometimes.
Well, I guess that's true. And I guess it's true.
No, I do agree with you. I do think that sometimes it can maybe seem overwhelming or like a distraction. And that was one thing that I thought was great about this praise team. They weren't in your face. They weren't over. They sounded great. And to me, they weren't a distraction at all. They were very low key.
Okay.
A very low key praise team. And I thought it was wonderful.
Well, you know what I think? I think our worship is every bit as important as the preaching.
Yes.
I mean, we do insist on quality preaching, right?
Yes.
We ought to insist upon quality singing and quality worship.
Yeah.
So
definitely.
You know that's something I harp on a lot.
Well, I'm going to venture to say that I feel that a lot of the healthy, growing churches have a powerful worship.
No doubt about it.
I think that's very attracting to people, and people crave powerful worship. And this is my opinion, but I think praise teams should be a norm in places.
You think every church should have a praise team? Oh boy, well.
I mean, that's totally preference, you know.
Yeah, preference. Well, we're
Totally
talking about
preference.
preferences here. We're talking about preferences.
Yeah.
Well, I do believe this. You know, we are all about helping people draw closer to God.
Right.
And the worship service is very important to help people draw closer to God.
Very important.
We ought to give as much attention to our singing and our worship as we do preaching, praying, any part of our worship assembly.
I'm with you on that.
So, you know, if a praise team will help us to draw closer to God, I can see that it'd be a good thing.
Definitely.
But one person standing up and leading us in worship could also be a good thing. I guess it's a matter of preference.
You know, this makes me think of another place where Bryce and I experienced a praise team, because I think praise teams can be done in a lot of different ways. And this praise team actually just sat in the audience with everyone else. Now they had a mic, but they sat with everybody. They sat with their families. They sat with kids on their lap singing, you know. And I thought that that was great.
That's good.
You know, there's different ways to, I think, go about it.
I like that. I'm fine with I'm fine with just one song leader. I'm fine with just one worship leader. I don't have a problem with praise teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, unless they become performers on a stage.
Right.
And unless they drown out. You know, one of my concerns is that people won't participate in worship. They won't sing. If they're watching a praise team, it's sort of like watching a chorus. They won't participate in the worship. They'll just sit there and listen. And I want to encourage people to participate. So I have some, I wouldn't call it hesitation. Hello, Snicks. I don't know what I'd call it. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm not against praise teams, and I don't think they are unbiblical by any means.
Right.
I don't think praise teams are unbiblical. I just think we need to be careful. We need to be careful that we're worshiping the Lord instead of performing or instead of entertaining, you know?
Yeah. But I also think actually with praise teams, people may participate more with praise teams.
I can see that.
And then I also think that's just the mark of a good praise team, is how they help lead people in worship. And I think you can always tell the mark of a good praise team by how they do that.
Yeah, good. Okay. Well, let us know. Shall we end this?
I think we should.
All right. Let us know what you think about this discussion. Susanna and Bryce had a great experience, and
We did.
they're talking about it.
Yeah.
So it's good.
So join in on the conversation and let us know what you think.
Please join
For sure.
in. Snickers, say goodbye. Say goodbye. Say
Goodbye,
bye-bye.
Snickers.
See you later. Bye-bye.